Good morning. Thank you for inviting me this morning, and good morning to all the parents and students who are on this platform and all my fellow colleagues here. Thank you very much. At the onset, I'm reminded of Richard Bach, who said that there is no such thing as a problem without a gift for us in its hands. We seek problems because we need those gifts. Corona has come at a beautiful time in life. We've been fortunate in the past 30, 40 years that we haven't seen the First World War or the Second World War or the Beirut scenario or the 1929 depression. We haven't seen the plague era. We had to get on in this lifetime to see something unique. It's an opportunity for a lot of families to come together, a lot of people to see and interact what's going on in life, how can we behave to mishaps and misfortunes. A lot of our independence fighters were in jail for years together. We were there relatively in the lockdown in our own jail, confounded to our own perimetry of our own house. But you had home food, you had the warmth of your family, you had fresh air. What has happened over a period of time is because of excessive work from home, school from home, social media, and of course at night, any of the OTT platform. So about 6 to 8 hours of office or school time, 3-4 hours of social media because you had to update yourself. Kids had to go up on Instagram to write their own stories. They had to listen what's happening and who's eating what, dalgona coffee or what they have to make. So it took 3-4 hours for them over there. And to relax at night, you had to have a Netflix or another OTT platform to chill out before you go to sleep. As a result of this, there was use, overuse, abuse, and misuse of your eyes. So whether you were allowed to go to the gym and whether you went for a walk or the cops stopped you from doing a walk outside in the area, whether you were gymming or you were using your muscles or not, whether you're using your hands or legs, but you are constantly straining your eyes at every given point of time, almost 14 hours a day. So in this corona pandemic, whether you got corona or not, what you definitely got was the eye pandemic. Today, every single day which I see, if I see 100 patients, 60 to 70% of them have some form of eye strain, fatigue, and some form of a problem which has been magnified over a period of time. Now to tell parents, to let them understand that please get your children's eyes examined by the time they are 3, 3.5 or 4 years old. And especially if the mother or the father or the maternal or the paternal side have history of glasses, please see to it that you don't wait for the child to complain. The standard dictum when the patient comes to me at 8 years of age or 10 years of age, the parent gets them, but my child never complained. Well, let's look at it from the child's perspective. I've not been to Tashkent. So you put me in Timbuktu and I'll say, yeah, this is Tashkent. So the child always thought that this is how the world looks. They never realized what they were missing out. And I have had quite a few parents who have told me that, they used to shout at their children because they would go very close to the television set. A lot of them kept going very close to their notebooks to read. Now, this is not because they love doing that. Of course, they might love to disobey you at times to check you out as a parent. But quite often, they could not read. So the indirect hint given to the parent was that the child needed some kind of a spectacle correction to see the world properly, and it was missed out. Now there is something called lazy eye which I want most parents to be aware of. If you have numbers in your eyes, and sometimes, fortunately and unfortunately, you may have no number in one eye and a huge number in the other eye. If that happens, it's called anisometropia. And in that case, what happens is, you get a lazy eye in that eye. You're not able to see properly from that particular eye, and a lazy eye can give rise to a squint. I want this very clear to most parents to understand, whether corona, no corona, whether digital strain or not. These are symptoms you must pick up for the child. Get them examined primarily by 3, 3.5 or 4. And if they are blinking their eyes a bit too much, or if they are rubbing their eyes, they will keep getting allergies. Remember, your human body is absolutely fantastic. It gives you signals. It gives you very strong signals of various kinds. If you're not sitting the right way, or if your shoe is not properly put up, you can't wear a left leg shoe in your right leg. It will tell you, there is a body language. If you are sitting and it's hurting you, you will not be able to sit for a long period of time. So if you find your children either squinting occasionally and or rubbing their eyes regularly, or discharge from their eyes, or if they keep getting allergies or conjunctivitis as people call it, please get them examined. Don't take it lightly. One of the self-tests which I would recommend every parent to do at home in your own environment once in a month or two for children is, while watching television or whatever, close one eye of the child and make them read whatever they were reading, and close the other eye and make them read it. With both eyes, quite often you can see most of the stuff, but when one eye is covered up, you realize which eye is seeing less. This applies to adults also. So some basic things that I would want to make out: get your children examined when you're 3.5, 4 years old. If they have family history, they definitely need to be examined. If the elder sibling has a number, you need to get them examined too. If there are signs, symptoms that the child is showing of itching, rubbing, whatever that you can see, do not neglect. Lot of times parents come to me saying that, squint is normal in childhood. I've been told by my grandparent that don't worry, the squint will disappear with age. Absolutely false. Squint is a great sign, and if treated in time, and most often than not, the treatment of squint is a number, pure simple glasses. If it is not done in time, it can give rise to a lazy eye and a squint. So do not neglect those symptoms given by the body. Once again, I'm repeating. Now comes the time of the digital age. Just to let you know, because this is a query come to me from the last 20 years, from the time software became big and parents wanted to change the career for their children by not letting them take up computer science or maths or anything to do with computers earlier on, or the coding languages, thinking that computers can ruin your eyes. Let me give you a live example. Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, all have used more computer than most of the kids combined, and of the parents. And you see, Mark is still without glasses. I had the pleasure of examining in 91, 92 Bill Gates. He's got still the same number. What I'm trying to impress upon you is that numbers are not because of television and your cell phone, nor your computer. This is a misnomer. Most often than not, it is genetic. Very important, because more than 90% of parents keep blaming. And what has happened, it's a funny incident that I can tell you. When the mother tells that, look, my daughter is watching television for such a long time, she rebuts on the next sentence, but mom, you are watching more television than me. Well, the extension of your hands, eyes, movement is the computer today. It's going to be there, it's here to stay. So your laptop, iPad, cell phone, whatever you have, any kind of media, it's here to stay. How do we live with it peacefully and symbiotically is what we have to understand. Well, as I said, using is not bad. That means 6 to 8 hours of work on your laptop and or whatever. But overuse up to a certain extent is okay. But misuse and abuse, reduce the social media time, take a commitment from them that this is the amount of time that they're going to spend. Reduce the television watching time. And one of the studies in Singapore, because the Chinese have small eyes and they have higher chances of numbers because they have smaller structure. And as a result of which, they did a study in Singapore where they made children study like Rabindranath Tagore under the Yum Yum tree. So they took them out in the open. So make them read in the open, closed areas, without sun, without UV rays, and a lot of strain on nearby in closed terms. If you keep doing something close, your eye muscles also have muscles. Just as you have your biceps, triceps, and you have other muscles in the body, the eyes also have external muscles and internal muscles. They can undergo fatigue, they can undergo problems, and there could be eye strain, fatigue, headache. So if you get eye strain, fatigue, irritability, be worried, your numbers could have changed. For children, get their eyes examined every 6 months, ever so often in school, because you know how the growth spurts happen. There could be no growth spurt for 8 months or 1 year, and suddenly there's a growth spurt within 3-4 months. Hormones change at their own pace. So regular examination is mandatory. Give good diet. Of course, a lot of parents come and ask me about carrots. Well, vitamin A deficiency is definitely important for the eyes, that we do not have vitamin A deficiency. But this is more so in slum areas, not necessarily with urban children. So a lot of mothers force children to have carrot juice. Nothing wrong in that, because you're giving good habits. It's an antioxidant, excellent fiber, but don't be under that misrepresentation that if you have carrots, your numbers will go down. Because as I tell parents, that if carrots could give the numbers down, then every doctor would be selling carrots and every chashmawala would be selling carrots. It doesn't work that way. There's a lot of genetic element in the whole thing. Take care of your eyes. They were given free, but taking care of them for the rest of your life is your problem. Do not be scared by the digital era. It's there. The quantum computing is coming. The virtual reality is coming. It's way beyond what we see is going to be coming still. And your eyes are going to be used, overused. You have a full lifetime with kids. With the longevity increases, the kids have another 100, 150 years left of their life. So make them understand it was given free. They take care of their cell phone, their laptop, they take care of their shirt, trousers. But most often than not, everything that was given free is never taken care of. And this is very common with adults also. And I've seen adults saying that, I get my car serviced every 5,000 kilometers without fail. I get the oil cleaning done. But ask them, in last 40 years, have you gone for an eye checkup? Never. So be worried for yourself. Like classically in the airlines, they tell you, have the oxygen mask for your own self before you give it to the child. So get yourself examined, get your children examined, and what you do is what children will do, not what you say. So if you keep on watching a lot of OTT media and your social media, they are going to do the same. In fact, they have a higher tendency to do the same. And now that the lockdown is opening up gradually, outdoor activities should be encouraged in a big way. Use the right lubricants, use the right vitamins. Don't worry, nothing is going to happen terribly wrong because of the pandemic. I would invite any question, ma'am, if you have anything to ask. Thank you very much for inviting me. You're muted, ma'am.
Yes. So thank you so much, Dr. Himanshu. I think that was a beautiful, talk that we just heard from you. Was so enlightening. I think this is the need of the hour for all our parents who are so worried and concerned about the perils of the screen time that the students are engaged in. And I don't think there is much that, they're constantly looking for solutions and suggestions on how to reduce that. Can't help it. The pandemic has sent everybody on a virtual platform, whether it is schooling or entertainment. So I think curbing that becomes a rather a challenge for most parents. And then once the children are hooked, I don't think there is much to do. And just some time before you, we had Mr. Luke here, who was talking about model the behavior, when you're talking about a healthy lifestyle or anything. He was saying that, if you want your children to have certain practices, you need to model that behavior. I think this is as much as it goes even for us when we're talking of, if we are on the mobile the whole day, I don't think we're giving our children very good lessons over here. So on behalf of 21K crew, the staff, the parents, the children, we thank you for from the bottom of our hearts for taking time out and spending time with us. We are so appreciative and obliged for that, Dr. Himanshu. I am not too sure if there are many questions. So can I ask the panelists if there are any questions?
I can see a question for me. Question to me that there's a lot of YouTube videos saying that eye muscle exercises can help in reducing eye number. Absolutely false. Doing exercises is not a problem at all. But if eye exercises could reduce the number, why would we be doing lasers? So I don't want to reduce your understanding about that. As I said, whether you use your heart muscle or your leg muscles or not, constantly your eye muscles are being exercised. So don't be under any misnomer that an eye exercise can reduce. It's not that I'm saying about modern medicine, I'm against the previous principles, but this is a fact of life. I just wanted to reduce that because this is a common question asked to us. And the other question is, do you recommend computer glasses? Not really. You don't need to wear them. Give them the correct number. A lot of people want to make money on this, so it's very easy. A lot of time, despite me telling them that you don't need any kind of therapy, parents don't listen and they want to go for some therapy. After 5 years, they come back and tell me you were right. So numbers grow up with age and height. It has nothing to do with your other stuff. Do you recommend computer glasses? I don't necessarily recommend, but that will not reduce the strain. No, nothing has been proved that the radiation from the computer can really mess up your eyes. So don't worry about that. One more question. I suffered from tired eyes and I feel tiredness, fatigue, irritation. Yes, ma'am. So this is from Bishka, that suffer from tired eyes where I feel tired, discharge, fatigue. Now this is what I said. This is the modern eye syndrome. Get your eyes examined. You might need a number change, some hormonal status checkup, and some lubricant eye drops. How much time or screen time is good? Well, with multiple intervals that you can have. Blink your eyes more often, because the moment you are on any cell phone or on your computer screen, you tend not to blink. So normal blinking is 4 to 5 times in a minute, and that is like a wiper to clean your eyes. So take a break ever so often. That's why the 20-20-20 kind of a scenario. Every 20 minutes, take a break for 20 seconds, blink 20 times. This is the computer vision syndrome scenario. Drink well, eat well, do some palm compresses, look out, change your muscle strain, look outside. Astigmatism, Shakuntala is asking, what is astigmatism? Don't worry, ma'am. The routine eye is like a cricket ball. The x-axis, y-axis is the same like a cricket ball. Whereas if it's a rugby ball, the x-axis, y-axis is not the same. You can get astigmatism. It's a kind of a number. Don't get worried. A lot of people have astigmatism. So don't worry about that. Does one operated eye can affect the other good eye? Not at all. God has been very kind. He gave you an extra eye. So even if one eye has been operated, the other remains the same. If you lost one eye, Pataudi was the cricket captain of this country with only one eye. There are millions of people in this world with one eye. Don't worry about it. Kid is having squint eye sometimes. Now quit that squint eye. I told you, ma'am, Hana, that if your kid has squint eyes, do get it examined as early as possible. You cannot be sitting on it. Period. Lubricant eye drops can be used. Yes, absolutely can be used frequently, as long as there is no steroid or antibiotics in it. I have headaches sometimes and I can't tolerate light. What would that mean? That means you have light sensitivity. Headaches is not necessarily because of this. They are multifactorial. You possibly not sleeping well and you have excessive eye strain. Get yourself examined. My child is having itching and discharge. Ma'am, yes. The Dravin Single is asking, my child is having itching and discharge, dirty glue from his eyes when he goes to sunlight. So this is what I was trying to tell you. Your child might be having a number. Get your child's eyes examined. This is exactly what I was. So good. I'm happy that you asked those questions.
Doctor, there is one here. What are the suggestions from ophthalmologists on gadgets suggested for attending school, like screen or setup?
Say again, what is your question? Gadgets?
So I think it is about schools suggesting gadgets for attending school, like, screen time or something like that. Or do the children need to wear blue light rays?
No, I just answered that. They don't need to wear that. It's not going to matter at all. Yes. There are some companies who would like to make money, so they are propagating that. There's a good question from Kumar. My younger child has minus 2.5 power glass. What can I do to reduce his power number? You can't do anything. Good diet, good healthy habits, looking out, playing outside, getting themselves examined regularly. If one child has a number, check the other eye also. Numbers can go up till the age of 18, till the time the height increases. LASIK is a fantastic option later. Do not be dismayed by the fact that your child has a number. On a statistical ground, if I was to give you the Gaussian curve, almost 66% of children have numbers. 1/3 wearing glasses, 1/3 don't know they have a number, and 1/3 know but they don't wear. This is the standard average distribution in the glasses scenario. So don't worry. How much time kids should be used? As I said, 6 to 8 hours with breaks in between. Continuous use of same medicine affect the eye? Yes, of course. Why should you use any medicine routinely? So don't use unnecessarily anything. What is the correct age to get laser done? After 18. So after 18 can be, especially fourth grade age. No, you cannot do it at 4th grade. Laser cannot be done and should not be done. Take care of eyes when the child complains of pain. She already has a number. Well, do palming, check the number again, because the numbers could have changed in children quite often, or they have a habit of going very close. They might be having some wrong habits, because that can give you more strain. There is a 33 centimeter distance that you can have, and that this distance should be maintained, otherwise you can get pain and other problems. Can we use lubricants for kids? Yes, you can use lubricants, but why? God has been kind. Your tear film has been made by God free of charge. So unless you misuse it, there's no need to use any kind of lubricant eye drops unnecessarily. Blu-ray glasses, I answered, not really required at all. My left eye hurts whenever I have a headache. So that is classically could be a migraine, Avantika. So left eye hurts, so blackout, Ada CC, migraine. Thank you. In color blindness curable? No. Very important question, Arush. Is color blindness curable? No way. It's genetic. Don't get worried about it. Like, a lot of people are living with it very well, so don't worry about that at all. It is not treatable. You cannot operate on it. There's no medication for it. Can we try Blu-ray glasses? We've done that. Not required. Yellow. My eyes slide yellow for some time. What should I do? Yellow means you have to figure out whether there is excessive dryness, whether there is any vitamin deficiency. Get yourself examined. Screen kid 33 centimeters. So don't. Can we use powerless glasses? Why? Why do you want to use anything? Chashmalas will be happy. The business will grow. If I tell you yes. Why do you want? If you need, don't spare it. But if you don't need, you don't need to use it. Change after. So any other questions? Yes. Yeah. My child has lazy eyes and she is 14 years. So any natural, there is Advika, there is, please understand, 14 years is a little on the higher side of normal. Your lazy eye could have been treated at the age of 6, 7, 8. It cannot be treated after that. So please get urgent treatment. You have occlusion treatment for this lazy eye. So you need proper treatment. I think that's, kids get migraine, ma'am, kids and everybody, we are all adult and kids, they also can get.
There is one question here, doctor, which says that can we get laser surgery done if we have diabetes?
Yes, of course. I mean, I'm talking of kids whom I do surgery. All right, they may become diabetics later. You mean to say I shouldn't have done it? So yes, you need to get your sugar control, and you need to see that the retina is normal. If the retina is normal, if your eyes are normal, yes, diabetics have their own sweet parts of problems, but can it be done? Yes, it can be done. No special, there are some special glasses which will come for color blindness later. Reading a book, I feel like skipping some words. Interesting question, very insightful. Your mind is running very fast, Dinesh. You're a multi-talented person possibly, so you're thinking of something else while reading something else. So get your numbers also examined. So that's it. Focus is a very important thing, and this is a very common problem with people. So as I said, a lot of it is while watching television. So reduce television. Also, become red after giving eye drops.